Welcome to my channel, Vibrant Soul Crafts, where we express our creative imagination.
여유롭게 teasing, yeah. 내 자유로운 soul, leave me be, please.
Good day, everyone. I am Vibrant Expressions, and welcome back to my channel, Vibrant Soul Crafts. Today, I will be sharing a tutorial and extension on the Bargain Bead Box, August edition. The previous video I made focused on the earrings. These beautiful earrings. This tutorial is now going to be focused on this necklace. So I will show you how I created this necklace. So I have here in front of me the items that we'll be using regarding this particular project from this bead box. And we're going to start off with bag number 3, which is the coconut shell wood rondelle beads. Bag number 4, the glass round beads. I would like to go in numeric order, but not this time. Bag 13 would be the faceted pear green iris. Bag 14 would be the 8mm natural howlite round beads. Bag 21 is the 6mm crystal rondelle beads, sea green jade. Bag, I think this is 6 or 9. Well, we'll find out. Okay, got it. Bag 9, which are the 3.5 by 3mm crystal rondelle beads, the grayscale mix. Bag 15, which are the the 10mm howlite English cut faceted round beads. Gorgeous. Love them. Bag 8 would be the 9mm scalloped bead caps. Bag 12 would be the ornate toggle clasps. And bag number 19 would be the 48 by 55mm natural howlite slab pendant. All right. So along with the elements that we're using, I'm also using, which is also not a part of this collection, but what I have here is memory wire, necklace size. And for this project, I'll be cutting off just one full loop cycle of the memory wire. Also, I am using aluminum wire right here. And let me see. This is about, I don't have my my measuring tape handy. Well, anyhow, let's move along. When we get up to this part, I will definitely let you know how much wire I am using. So, moving on to the tools, I am using wire cutter. And it's best to use the memory wire or hard wire cutter. Round nose plier and flat plier. All right, let's get ready for the tutorial. Start off with is this beautiful slab of howlite. And I did measure this aluminum wire. This is like a bronze finished aluminum wire. And this measures approximately 17 inches. So what I'm going to do is just bring both ends of the wire together to form my center. Okay, just bringing together both ends and working my way to the center to bring the center close together as well. So this is what I have so far. And I'm going to squeeze a bit more. I'm really trying not to use any tools with aluminum wire because it does get brittle and damaged easily with harsh tools. Okay, so this is what I have so far right now. So now I'm just gonna separate the wires a bit and grab my pendant, and I am going to have the center of the wire faced up and bring the pendant in between so that each end of the wire goes into the hole, the opposite end of the hole, or the opposite side of the hole. So with this end of the wire, I'm bringing it to the back of the pendant through the hole to come out through the front. And I'm bringing the front wire through the hole to bring it to the back of the pendant. So they're basically crossing each other. And aluminum wire is great, in my opinion, to use with this project because of the flexibility of it. So now I'm just gonna continue to separate the wires a bit just to bring the wires through. And I'm taking my time with this part. This is probably like the longest part of this project. This is a fairly quick project. So I'm just gonna continue to push and nudge a bit without damaging the wire. Almost there. Okay, so this is good. So this is as far as I'm gonna get. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a little bit out. And I'm going to use my wire tamer with the rubber material. Just to kind of pull the wire a bit. Okay, this is good. Do the same thing with the other side. Okay. So now at this point, what I'll do is the wire that's facing up, which is the center of the wire, I'm going to bring that together and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Like really, really squeeze it against the pendant, back and front. And I can go back in with my same tool to further bring it together, the wire, the tip, or the center of the wire together, flat against the pendant. And then I'll even bring the tips of the center together a bit more. So this is good. This is good. All right. So now what I'll do is I'll start with this side. Just bring the wire up, keeping the center wire, all right, hook in the center of the pendant faced up, and then just wrap around the center twice so that now the same wire we started with that was in the front is now in the back. So now we have both wires to the back. Now the wire that was originally on the back is now going to make its position to the front in the same way. Pulling the wire up, bringing the wire back, and wrapping it around to the front. So now, it's still a bit loose, but it will tighten up after we form our spirals. So before we even form the spirals, what I want to do is just go in a bit. Just bring the wires a bit closer. All right. Maybe pull this a little bit more. Actually gonna, bring it lower so it can lay a bit lower like that. Okay. Okay. So now we have one wire in the front and one wire in the back. So at this point, I'm gonna grab my flat nose plier, go to the tip of the wire, form a little loop like that. Now I'm going to go back to my wire tamer to form my spiral. And I am going to keep spiraling till I get all the way to the top. Okay, going to flip to the other side and do the exact same thing. I find that using this tool is very convenient in forming my spirals. Oh, you know what? Let me go back a bit because I do want it a bit tighter. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that I have a spiral on each side of the pendant, I am now ready to position the spiral just by simply pushing it down. And if I want the spiral a little higher, all I'm going to do is go back and spiral a bit more. And then push down. So this is good enough like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Now with the other side, before I do that, I'm just going to go in and push the wire down, this wire, the base wire, down a bit to flatten it so that the spiral can lay flat. So what I'm going to do is spiral a bit more, and then that's what we have. We now have our pendant ready to be assembled on the necklace. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and this is the pattern for half of the necklace. And each half of the necklace is symmetric, so they will be the same pattern on both sides, with the pendant separating the sides. So I already cut my wire. Oh, just one thing. Instead of cutting a full complete loop, I cut off a little bit more. So this is where my full cycle right here, hope you can see it, ends. So what I did was just left a little bit more before I cut on the wire. So I'm actually with this much extra. Wait, this much extra. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is grab my round nose plier, form a loop, and I am going to make sure that the loop is thoroughly closed. This is good. You see that? So now I'm going to start beading with the opposite end. So now, the grayscale mixed bag, I'm only using one bead on each side of the necklace, which is the black bead. So you know what, let me start off with the pendant first then. Yeah, I'm going to slide on the pendant. I do see that this pendant needs to be tightened a little bit. So I'm just going to squeeze just above each spiral. I'm going to position my flat plier just to give it a squeeze. Okay, much better. All right. So I'm going to start off with the pendant. Now that I have the pendant on, I'm going to go in with the black bead. The bead is so tiny. I don't even see the hole. Oh, okay, got it. So now I'm going to follow up with a wood bead, then the white bead, another wood bead, then the crystal, then the rondelle, beautiful green. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the bead cap facing upward so that the faceted howlite bead will fit in. Okay, like that. Okay, followed by the next bead cap. Okay, so now we're at the point where I am going to put 8 wood beads on. Okay. So I have my 8 wood beads. So I'm going to go in with a bead cap again, faced up, followed by the faceted howlite, and then closing that off with the bead cap face down. Then I'm going to go in with 8 more wood beads. Let me move this up a little bit. That was what, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Followed by a bead cap again, faced up, then a faceted howlite, and bead cap face down. And then we're going to bead on the final 8 bead chips. Wood beads. And by the way, I must say, these wood beads are so gorgeous. I was like really excited to see them inside this month's collection. Is so beautiful. And this is actually my first time working with the flat wood beads. Okay, so now I'm going to top everything off with the smooth round howlite bead. So now what I'm going to do is grab my round nose plier and form a loop, a secured loop. So make sure it is fully closed. And this is what I have. So at this point, I'm going to grab 2 jump rings. And I am going to open each jump ring so that I can attach it to the loop that we just created. And before I close off this jump ring, I'm going to slide on the second jump ring and then close the first jump ring. And grab my other tool, close it off, making sure that it's fully closed. Okay, so now I have 2 jump rings attached to the hole that we created at the tip of the memory wire. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my toggle clasps. So now I'm going to open the second jump ring so that I can slide on the toggle clasp. Just like that. Now I'm going to close off the toggle clasp. Okay. This is good. Okay. So now we have half of our necklace done. And this is what it looks like so far. Okay. So now, with the same pattern laid out, same beads, same elements that we just used, we are going to complete the other half. Oh, just wanted to say this real quick before I get started with the second half. I am going to cut this loop off so that we can actually bead the necklace. Okay. Turn this around so it's easier for me to work with. Okay, starting off with the black bead again. And I'm just simply following the same pattern. I hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday today. Beautiful day. Nice weather still, end of August. Well, middle of August actually. I'm not trying to speed up time. The weather today is just a bit reminiscent of like the end of August, early September. Well, at least out here on the East Coast. Okay. Yeah, so this is a fairly simple necklace to build, to make, using this memory wire. So the necklace is basically a choker necklace with a pendant. A beautiful choker necklace. These elements are beautiful. Like I was saying in the comments on the last video, how initially when I opened the bead box, the bag, I wasn't sure what to do. Like I was a bit stunned. I didn't notice that it weren't that many. The colors weren't as diverse as previous bead boxes. So that kind of like, I don't know, just made me a bit puzzled for a moment. So I'm looking and looking and like, wow, what am I going to do? And then I looked at the succulents and thought, wow, they're pretty, but what am I gonna do? Like, so I just moved it to the side and began to just look at everything else. And then still nothing. Well, not so much nothing. It was, I guess it was just a little difficult for me to organize my ideas. Like, you know, at times so much can come, so many different thoughts and ideas can like just start rushing the mind, and it can be, you know, cause a bit of anxiety. So that's actually what happened. I didn't have any clear-cut idea. It was just that I was being rushed with so many different ideas. My mind did feel like a scatterbox, you know. So I left it alone for a couple of hours later on that night, when actually after I showered and getting ready for bed, I thought about the bead box and I said, you know what? Let me look at it again. And then just out of nowhere, I guess because I was in such a relaxed state, you know, I looked at it and looked at the flowers, the different elements, and I said, wow. And that's where the ideas came to me. And that same night, I just made both patterns, and I didn't even want to stop. Okay, so I am at the end of the necklace where I am going to grab my wire cutter. Oh, at this point, let me say that everyone's neck obviously is not the same size. Since this, I created this to fit me as a choker. Right now would be a great time if you're making this necklace to measure your neck size to see if you might want to add on a couple of more, because you can close off the memory wire now and just add either the chain that came with the bead box or some more jump rings to make it to extend the length more. Or if you want, you can take off a bead on both sides. But my neck is a small neck, so I guess it would be like the average. If anything, you might want to add more length to the necklace. But again, it's up to your neck size. So I created this necklace choker to fit my neck size. Okay. And careful while you're cutting the memory wire. If you can, secure the wire so it doesn't go flying in your face or anyone else's face. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to grab my 2 jump rings, flat plier, and open these jump rings. Well, actually, I'm just opening one for now. When I close this off, then I will open the next jump ring to link on the clasp. Okay, where's the top jump ring? Okay, closing off the jump ring. And now we have our completed choker. All right, so this is what we have here. Our completed necklace of the Bargain Bead Box August edition, which is titled Farmhouse Fresh. Farmhouse Fresh. Okay. So this is it. Okay. Guys, I really had fun. I enjoyed this project. This project was very soothing and lightweight, you know, just beautiful, delicate, like very smooth. And I'm so thankful and grateful for sharing this tutorial with you all. And I'm thankful and grateful for your support, your lovely comments, wonderful and amazing feedback. And this channel and community is very, very special. And thank you all. Thank you all. This is a platform where we all get to share our creative energy and insight one with another. So hope everyone dearly, dearly enjoy the rest of your day, and happy craftings to you all. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, go ahead and give me that thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, all that wonderful stuff. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Got a different view, 여유롭게 달려와 내일은 더 빛나지 당연 yeah. 내 삶은 shine like a diamond 괜히해서 뭐해 걱정 I got no worries no I got no worries no I got no worries no I'm shining like a diamond yeah. Got different view 여유롭게 tease yeah, yeah. 내 자유로운 soul 이미